And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We're ready for the Crosstown Classic on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. Well, Singy, all eyes are on this team's elite starting rotation. They're stringing together some quality outings.
Yeah, every starter is stepping up right now, Boog, going deep into games, and most importantly, keeping their bullpen fresh. Buckle up, because it doesn't appear that they're cooling off anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Cade Horton. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Next offering is down low. Swings through that one.
Clearly is sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Strike 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That missed by a lot. Now 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
No, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
This to center field. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And that is that. It's the White Sox nothing. Cubbies coming to back. Back after this on the show. Back here at the friendly confines. And on the hill in this one, number 64. What do we have on him?
Yeah, he's definitely had his struggles so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. In the air, out towards right center. He's got it. 1 away. Let's take a look at our lineup. And Chris, this offense is facing a defense that is well known for kicking the ball around a bit. How aware are you offensively of a bad defensive team?
Well, you're not like completely aware because you're really focusing on your approach. But I think when you know about a team and how they can be sloppy, and as it plays out in a ball game, you're more intent on saying with 2 strikes, I got to make sure that I put the ball in play. Because even if I don't get a knock, there's a chance they commit an error, and it leads to us scoring more runs.
Next pitch is downstairs. 1 out, base is empty. That one finds the corner, and the count 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Going back, pulls it in on the warning track.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind made it a lot more interesting than expected. Nice job of the center fielder. Puts it all the way back to the warning track. Man.
So up next, Seiya Suzuki. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Suzuki getting to start in left, hitting third in the lineup, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. Inside. That one drifts inside. 2 out, space is empty. That misses the zone. Ball 2. That one missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a foul ball. On the ground, out to short. Gets it to first, and that is that. And the Cubs are down in order. Scoreless after 1. Here at Wrigley Field, top of the second, leading off Edgar Caro. Horton back to work. Caro with a homer in his last game. Next offering is fouled back. 0-2 now. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Andrew Vaughn now.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, hitting better than .350 this month.
Fouled off. He was late. The number 3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019. Fought off foul. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Bird gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Man at first, one away. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Tim Elko in the box now. No balls and a strike. They say you win.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So 1 left for the White Sox. Moving to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. That one fouled off. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly nothing at 2. And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. And there's a ball. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
And next for the Cubs, Michael Busch. That's inside. And that is ball one. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Swanson digs in. Breaking ball in there for a strike. No score here in the second. Popped up. Rojas. And it's caught for the out.
Batting seven.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the second baseman, Nico Horner. And that one fouled off. Check swing. He went. That's strike two.
0-2 is the count.
Two outs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Man on second, 2 down. Good job to fight that one off.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Line to left and foul ball. The 1-2. Ground ball left side. A sliding stop. Fires to first. And that's a great play for the out. Cubs leave one. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Pitch is in there. 0-1. Fastball is outside. And that one pulled foul. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. The pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. That's off the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Brooks Baldwin, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Trying to bunt his way on. Grabs it barehanded. The throw.
No,
it's safe at first. A bunt single.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Nearly a highlight reel play at third, but the barehand grab still wasn't enough to get the out. Great effort to make that play as close as it was, though.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Chase Mydroff. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
And a swing and a miss.
Yeah, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
1 ball.
In the dirt. He goes down looking.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boo. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Horner makes the catch, and that'll do it. The White Sox leave 1. Still no score. Set for the bottom of the third, and now the DH, Moises Ballesteros. And that's in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And down on strikes, and there's 1 down.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Nicky Lopez up to the plate. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a foul straight back. Ground ball right side. Vaughn takes it to the bag, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Check swing, went around, and that's strike 1. Still tied at 0, last of the third. Just missed. And that misses. And it's 2-1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
This one popped up. Carroll. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. And we are still scoreless. The Windy City Showdown continues now. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. Foul ball there.
You know, these White Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
This one in the air, right field. Tucker. And makes the grab. And there's one away.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Carroll, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Ball. 2 balls, no strike.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Count is 3-2.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Upstairs, and that is ball 4.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
And that one is lifted in the air. Tucker sizes this one up, and there's 2 away. Here's Josh Rojas.
Second baseman, Josh Rojas.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Fastball for a strike. 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Carroll off of first with 2 away. Swings and misses. Struck him out. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score. And we're back. Stepping in, Kyle Tucker.
The right fielder, Kyle
Tucker, a former Gold Glove winner, 28 years old. And they went out and made a trade for him last season. That's down and in.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Misses off the inside. Now 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His 16th homer of the year. It's 1-0.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. And a foul ball. And that is out of play. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Carson Kelly. 0 for 1 so far. Slider right there.
0-1's the count.
And it's even up. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Brandon Iser, a rookie left-hander, appears to be getting going. Gomez getting loose as well. One down, base is empty.
That's a ball.
Out to short, Mydroth. On to first, 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, The first baseman,
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Number 64 will depart, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So a lefty out of the pen, Jared Schuster.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
2 down, bases empty. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And that one in the air, center field. And that's the inning. Cubs get one on the solo shot. It's now 1-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Elko.
Horton back to work. On the corner for a strike.
You know, these White Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
1 ball, 2 strikes, sit down.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it gets by him. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Palacios swings through it for strike 1. White Sox down a run. Hit in the air, left field, and a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Brooks Baldwin. That clips the zone. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
White Sox down a run. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
My draw. In now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Lifted in the air right center field. Tucker should have it. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 1-1.
Well, we got ourselves a new ball game. Nice job right there at the plate. Sacrifice fly, and he gets in the tying run.
Miguel Vargas will hit next. Strike on the inside corner. Palacios off of first with 2 away. Inside and 1-1. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He circles the bases, and the White Sox jump out in front. It's 3-1. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 away with nobody on. Luis Robert now. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Chris Flexen. He's making his 4th appearance of the season.
Flexen.
That one in there across the letters. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
And a good eye there.
That's a good pitch there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And,
oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Dansby Swanson. And right back to the mound. Fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, number 2, second baseman,
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Grounded out his first time. That one down the line. Over to first.
No, he's out.
And a couple of quick outs.
well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Ballesteros at the plate now. That's ball 1. The Cubs down by a pair. Last half of inning number 5. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
And that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
The third baseman, number 6.
Here's the third baseman, Nicky Lopez. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Fouled off left side. Two outs. Now fly ball to right center. Robert hustling after it. Makes the grab on the run. And the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 5 innings complete. It's the White Sox 3 and the Cubs 1. The Windy City showdown continues now. And now the catcher comes up to him. Edgar Caro. Ground ball up the middle. Horner throws to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Up next for the White Sox, the first baseman.
And now here is Andrew Vaughn. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Base is empty, 1 away. And we're at the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss. And he got him. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Man, it's so tough to let a slow curveball like that one just travel all the way into the contact zone. You see it out of the hand, and you're telling yourself, off speed, stay back. But you just get too excited, you think you're going to hammer it, and you still end up way out in front.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
A little bit high, and it's 2-1. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the White Sox 3 and the Cubs 1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can't forget it. His 4th home run of the season. It's 3-2. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. He's already homered here in this one. Right side, Vaughn. Takes it himself. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
That one fouled off. That's to third. He's out.
He's out.
Now batting, the catcher, Carson Kelly.
Here's the catcher, Carson Kelly. 0 for 2 in this one. And there's a foul ball. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2 is the count.
Next offering is downstairs. This one in the air. Carroll settles under this one. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Cubbies edge closer on this long ball. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Here at Wrigley Field, new inning getting started. Now it's the DH, Tim Elko. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next pitch is outside. And that clips the inside corner. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Pretty simple plan of attack on the mound right there, huh?
Yeah, nothing but fastballs. They just kept putting down the number 1 and letting it fly. I like it.
Yeah, me too. And I'd love to hit against that. But, of course, when you're in the box, you think he's bound to change speeds on you at some point. You're just kind of locked up, sort of like reverse psychology.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Just missed. Palacios leads off first with one away. That clips the corner.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Swings through that one for strike one. Slapped foul. Got him swinging. So one left for the White Sox, but they still lead at 3-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Steven Wilson.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Bush stands in here, takes ball one low. Two balls, no strikes to count. That one missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1. And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Chases that one out of the zone. And that's the first out. A big first out here in the seventh via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Activity in the bullpen. Yoendris Gomez preparing to come on if needed. Number 70 warming up as well. Up and in, 2-0.
2-0.
And another ball. Nico Horner in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And the tying run is on base.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
One down. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. That one finds the zone. Strike one. There's a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Strike 3 went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Steven Wilson is done, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. The left-hander on now, Brandon Iser.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
On the ground, right side, Rojas. In plenty of time to first, and the lefty reliever does his job. Just one pitch to get the inning-ending ground out. Nice work from the White Sox pen. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the White Sox 3 and the Cubs 2. Back here at the friendly confines. Now the number 2 hitter, Miguel Vargas. That one outside. And it's 1-0. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
One strike.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Kelly to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
2 outs, base is empty. Edgar Caro getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off. And it's fouled away. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Center field. Crow Armstrong drifts towards it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they go quietly there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the White Sox 3 and the Cubs 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Number 70.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Lopez.
So now pinch hitter for the Cubs, Justin Turner. And this is a big at-bat in this ball game. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And ball one.
Strike.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. And there's a ball.
That's a really good take.
Stays alive. Cut on and lifted in the air. And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
No outs, runner at first. Pete Crow Armstrong now at the plate. He's already homered in this game. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. High fly ball, right field. Brings it in, and there's one down. Here's Kyle Tucker, known for his late inning heroics.
Kyle Tucker.
Fought off foul. Outside low. And the count is 1-1.
Well, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Substitution now at first base. Coming in as the pinch runner, John Birdie.
John Birdie.
Ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. On the move, heading back. On the warning track, and hauls it in.
Now batting, left fielder.
And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. 0 for 3 in this one. Runner on the go. Pitch inside. Throw there. Safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. That'll fire up the dugout. And that's how they take the lead. It's 4-3. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Number 70 departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Pitching change here, Yoendrys Gomez.
Coming on to face a righty bat, and they've had quite a bit of success against him this year.
So 2 down, and here is Carson Kelly. Swing and a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. And now the first baseman, Michael Bush. 1 for 3. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
0-1.
Outside.
Off the plate, ball 1.
1-1. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Tyler Gilbert up and loosening in the pen. Leisure also getting ready. 2 outs. Lined, and that's a base hit. Kelly around second, on his way to third. And the throw's offline, safe at third. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And here comes Dansby Swanson. Popped up. Rojas. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Cubs had 2 on this homer. Last chance coming up here for the White Sox.
Now pitching.
Back now, and on the mound, a closer, Porter Hodge.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
So digging in, Andrew Vaughn. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. Makes the grab, run away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
He's 2 outs away. And now, Josh Rojas. On the outside corner, it's 0-1. That's a little bit low. And a count 1-2. One down, base is empty. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2-2 count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. He's got it, ball game. And the Cubs hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.